Hello everyone. It's a sunny, beautiful day here in my home base, and I came up to this park today up in the hill. Pretty park. Sun decided to come out today. It's about 77. It's been so gloomy and cloudy here. Nice to see the sun today. And this park, sometimes you can see rabbits running through the plants up here. I haven't been to this park for a while, so it's a good walk up here because you have to go up a climbing sidewalk to get here. So I decided to come over and enjoy the day and share with you some of the questions that people ask me about living full-time in my SUV. And one of them is, what do I miss about having my own place? Whether it be a room, an apartment, or a house. So I've been thinking about that for several days. And I did come up with, as a child, I did live in the California high desert in a house, and it was on a half acre. And that was fun as a child because we had an awesome yard to play in. And we used to have 2 goats, a dog, a rabbit, and a huge garden with fruit trees. And we used to like to water the garden and the fruit trees. And it was great for flying kites too because the high desert was always windy. And then I also lived in a house in the city in Los Angeles County. So as an adult, I would say I've never been a homeowner. I've never been in a condo. I've never bought a house or a mobile home. And I've always have been renting as an adult. And I would say the only thing I really miss about having my own sticks and bricks is having my own washer and dryer. And I'll even show you why. I only do like 1 or 2 loads of laundry a week at the laundromat, but I sure do miss having my own washer and dryer. It's so much more convenient. I don't do a lot of laundry anyways, and this is the one reason that I will show you what happened to my shorts, if you can see them. The dryer destroyed my hiking shorts that are Columbia brand, front and the back. And I go to the same laundromat once a week, and I even took a picture of it and sent it to the owner. And I'm like, the dryer ate my good Columbia shorts, and I can't buy this color anymore because they mostly sell the blue and the beige, and I have a lot of blue and beige. So that was kind of upsetting. And then the other thing I was thinking about, I do miss baking cookies. I like baking cookies ever since I was a kid. I always bake different kinds of chocolate chip, and my favorite is baking Christmas cookies and giving them to family and friends. And that was always a big highlight for me. And my other thing I came up with, I don't have anywhere to do my traditional scrapbooking. It's very difficult to do it out of a storage unit. I've got it organized in the storage unit and all sorted and labeled, and that's what's keeping me busy with all my projects. But most of the time I have to load up my stuff and head to the local library to work on my scrapbooking projects. So that's one of the, or actually 3 reasons what I do miss about having my own sticks and bricks. And the things that I don't miss, I would say, is having to pay for a mortgage or rent. I'm not paying $1,200 to rent a room in somebody's house. It's too expensive. I'd rather save the money for my retirement. I also like the freedom of it. I don't know, for some reason it's odd to others, but to me, it's home. I'm used to it now. There's nowhere else I'd rather be. I'm comfortable with it, and I enjoy being in my car, just listening to my radio or my podcasts, or it's calming, it's relaxing. I'll watch a movie on my phone, or I'll just sort my projects. And definitely the freedom of it all, just being able to come and go wherever I want, whenever I want. It's so much easier, and I also carry everything I need right there in my car. And when I'm at home base, I have the convenience of going to my storage unit and constantly having to rotate stuff or just keep what I need, and I just put the rest in the storage unit, seeing it's close. And some of the things I don't like about it, it's very difficult to keep it clean and organized. So that can get kind of frustrating for me. I'm constantly having to rotate from what I'm using, and it gets too cumbersome or crowded, so I'm always having to go to the storage unit to drop things off or pick things up, and around it goes. It never ends. And then when it rains, my car gets so dirty, and I like keeping it shiny, detailed, clean. So I'm always constantly having to clean my car inside and out. And that kind of gets annoying because I'm constantly having to keep up with it. And the last thing that I did notice, seeing that I was in Arizona the whole month of January when I went to the RTR event for the first time. I'm usually in Oregon, but this was my first time to go to a different state. So it was a bit of a challenge because I had to take everything with me. I'm so used to just being so close to my storage unit that I had to bring it all with me, whether I used it or not, or wasn't sure exactly what I needed or didn't need. And it's not that big of a car. It's only a 2019 Toyota RAV. So I found that very frustrating because I was all crowded and squished in my car. And I don't know what happened, but it seemed like for some reason I came back with more than I left with. I had 2 bags of recyclables, which I don't even recycle. I usually just throw them away. So I had that in my way. So once I got back to home base, I was able to unload the car and get regrouped. And so that was some of my things that I had come up with, and just like to share them with you. I do have some other ideas I can share on future videos. And as I could always say, thank you for subscribing to my channel. Continue to like and subscribe. Remember, be safe and keep it stealth.